nothing will happen. Everybody that does not agree with you cannot be a fool. Today, those who brought you, you call him names now. How did you become local government chairman? Did you win the election? You know, because of Odili. Everybody has done better. Odili's wife, you call them names now. Amechi who put you chief of staff and gave you the platform. You call him names. You insult his family. So Fubara is not the first to experience all these things. So that he has enjoyed him over the years. Everybody. He's the reason why Ayede left our party. He's the reason why Umahi left our party. He went as far as nullifying Umahi's election. With their group. And insulting the man that he left the party. Same party is destroying today. Who brought Shedi? He brought Shedi. Because of his nature. And I keep saying it. And I say without any fear or favor. We know ourselves. You brought Shedi against every other person interest in the party. Impose him. You are the one that went to war with Shedi and nearly destroyed the party. You are the same person who brought second Each time you keep, politically blackmailing the party. They gave it to second because you want to be president. Which second could have even helped you? You remove second with a high court order. You brought EFCI. Carried him everywhere. The same you with the autumn removed him. Today again, when end of this war, now they have started doing the right thing. You call them stupid because you think you have monopoly to open your mouth and be talking like you're in a beer parlor. But the end, the political end to all this madness is called. You don't even know the perception that has about you. And different people that has gotten to a point that enough is enough. And I will advise the president, you are not the first that he can dance around. There was a time he was kneeling down for President Jonathan's wife. Time he kneels down for today. There's a time he kneels down for Amechi. They are not the first. They are not you used to call Jonathan almost daddy. He's leeching on you like a parasite to continue to use your political capital to continue to fight his personal war, thereby drawing enemies for you. Mr. President, the political consequences will be borne by you. Because people are rising up and they can see through it. Because you can't have a minister who goes on this political rampage and you sit there. By your silence, it means it's okay for you. Let me also call on members of the party that there is a plot which is already in motion, which is something we want to ensure that the People's Democratic Party does not have this year's national convention. They already filed the suit in court. And also, not only that, to ensure that the party does not have a presidential primary. And that is why I'm saluting the members of the National Working Committee, who today are in majority, for deciding to step up and show leadership. That no matter what, if the court say, oh, it is an internal party matter, that is victory for us also. So the end of this meeting should be summoned, and Anyanwu removed again. And if Damato does not want to comply, you remove him too, on behalf of the neck. And they can't go to court because that is what the court have said. Nigerian democracy have never witnessed this kind of abracadabra before. Our courts are dragged into it. Our systems are dragged into it because one man who have been indulged over time, not made any substantial contribution to democracy, as a crisis, wants to control a state so that he feels after being boy for Swaju in 2031 when he must have destroyed the party, then he will be the only one with the resources and capacity to run as a VP or support somebody, run as a president or support somebody and be a VP. And that is why I must collect rivers like it's a private estate and keep it. As you say here in God. This will not work. This whole thing is about somebody's desperation to seize the structures of a state that is not his own. One man. That's why they must pretend to assuage like they love him, so that they see if they can get some backends or use institutions around him to continue to advance their selfish interests. And I want the president to celebrate this. It's not a city work. It's a personal agenda. And you're losing mileage every day that is acting on your behalf because that's what people believe. Is that he faces the job you gave him, or you should come into the ring and do politics. So, let me urge all Nigerians and people of Rivers State. We owe our country and our democracy a duty. And also our governors and head of this member to stand up and ensure that one, the National Executive Council meeting held as planned, that Anyanwu on no account returns back to the Secretariat of our party. And that for the fact that we have over 15 members of NWC out of 18 committed to ending this madness, that if he likes, let him go to Congo and secure an expert order and come back, no problem. But since it's an internal party affair, the party should also remove him because it's a threat to the survival of the party. And also for the NWC as constituted today to dissolve all those state chapters that were illegally constituted, from Rivers to Imo to Kano to every part of the country, and constitute the executive of the zonal congresses of our party, especially the South. So I want to thank Nigerians and all lovers of democracy who have stood in defense of our democracy, who have supported that the right thing should be done, and members of our party. And I will recap it up by saying that it's only when good people keep quiet that evil continues to triumph. Rascality continues to triumph. People continue to behave like they're untouchable. And it's also important to know that all of us have courage in us. It's all about ability.
It's been long we heard from Ikenga Ugochinyere. I know that a lot has been going on in the People's Democratic Party, and for some time Ugochinyere has been quiet, but I guess it is time for him to speak up once again. He has blasted Wike for all the atrocities Wike has committed in the party, and with the looks of things, the PDP would want to continue with their national convention. And yes, they've said no matter what the court ruled against them, that they are going to go ahead to convey the national convention. They are going to go ahead and hold the national convention. Now, the thing is, I don't know if the PDP are just playing into Wike's game, because should they go ahead with the convention, Wike may still later go to court again and tell the court to nullify the entire convention process. Yes, Wike no go do pass like that. That is what he would do. From the looks of things, now wetin Wike go do so? Should the PDP go ahead, he's going to go to court and tell the court to nullify all the process, to nullify the convention. That any decision that takes place at the convention will never hold. It will only be stopped. And we know that no judge in the FCT will go against Nyesom Wike. So, the PDP is in the hands of Nyesom Wike. It is bold for me to say that the scrutum of the PDP is in Wike's hands. Wike is in control of the party and nobody else. And there is nothing the likes of Ikenga Ugochinyere can do about it. They can only talk and hold press conference and lambast Wike. But at the end of the day, now wetin dey Wike mind, na him go still do. PDP has been destroyed by Wike, and they were the enablers of Wike. They were the ones that enabled Wike in the first place. So, I guess PDP has finally set themselves up on fire.